It's been a very long while since any test car made me this excited. Look at that.
Save about 500 bucks. You save about 1,000 plus.
To work out cheaper for me.
3,000,
215, even more.
it's for 200 bucks. 400 bucks of savings.
Oh. Yes guys, the new Porsche Taycan. Just look at it. It looks like something from the future. Everything is different. Even the wheels, the aero wheels. See that? All these are covered, even though it has the classic Porsche RS design. You can barely see the calipers there. Side indicators. That's where the charging port is. Right, and when you got near the car, these handles will pop out. There's a mode where you can set where you get near the car would start itself and start circulating air. Look at that. What a beautiful design. I really do think this car is exceptional in the way it looks. It's just something so different. These materials, they feel the same as the ones below the GT3 RS. Right. For the headlamps, the classic Porsche LEDs. Morning! Yeah. Yeah. Test drive. Look at the front arch. Sorry? No, it's a test drive. Testing this car today. Electric car.
This just came out, right?
Yeah. A lot of people buying.
Yeah, they're like queuing up for buying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not crazy expensive. You know?
It's electric car.
Yeah. And
How much is selling this guy?
I think it starts from 600-700, $500,000, about that.
Wow.
And it's nice. Family.
It's big enough for a family actually, yeah?
I think it's about the interior space of your F10 about there lah.
Wow, that's big already.
It's not, maybe not as big as that, but it's considered okay.
That's quite narrow at the back.
Yeah, it's not like super duper spacious, but it's,
But it's an electric car.
yeah. And this is not even the fastest version, and it's already fast enough that Porsche told me, be prepared when you want to go full throttle. Some people got whiplash.
Oh shit.
And it's already not, it's not the fastest even, you know.
Why is this car allowed to come in but Tesla not allowed to come in?
Tesla is allowed to come in whether they want to or not. It's just whether they want to.
You mean you can parallel import?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
What is the road tax for Tesla?
I think now the government is charging road tax by kW, right? Kilowatt. Earlier on it was 10 ringgit because they do not know how to charge it.
How much is the Tesla if it's coming in?
Tesla is also about
About half a
700,
million.
800,000. Yeah, it's going to start around there.
Worth buying.
It's beautiful.
Right?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, this is worth buying.
Yeah.
Compare a Tesla, this is still worth.
Yeah, and the interior is, I mean, of course there's a lot of things you can spec. There are two screens here on top, so the passenger gets a screen as well.
I see.
Yeah, so the
And
passenger,
middle screen.
the middle screen is the main one, and there are two screens here where the passenger can change the songs or whatever, you know, if they want to.
Does it come with noise, this one?
You can, there's a very spaceship-like noise.
You can,
Yeah, it's really
you
nice.
can actually download the noise.
Yeah.
You can download the noise as
It's very nice. It's very nice. Yeah.
can I see the back?
Hey, go ahead. It's not super duper spacious, but it's alright. Like I said, yeah, it's almost like your 5 or the new 3 series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's big,
Yeah.
It's big.
Very nice.
Wow. You're testing it or you're buying it?
Testing.
Give me your comment. And this is the trunk.
Yep. Yeah.
That's good enough for golf bags.
You play golf, right? Yeah.
Maybe take out the driver. And the charging is at the front.
Yep. Very nice.
Wow.
Right. And it's not like it's crazy 1.2, 1.3,
Yeah,
you know, and all
it's
that.
not like crazy one.
Yeah. It's,
Alex Sang, the other guys, a friend of mine, they're actually queuing up to buy this.
yeah.
The Astro guy.
Selling. This car is selling.
He's,
Yeah.
they tested the car already.
Oh, when you test it, it's definitely gonna amaze one because it's quiet and then it's fast, it's smooth, you know. And when you accelerate, it's like nothing out there.
This is designed this way.
Yeah, when you walk near with the key, this thing will pop up.
I see. Otherwise,
Yep.
it has
Just
some
pull it.
Tesla design there.
Yeah, and after a while, it will just
Go
close it
back.
back. Yep.
And the front is empty.
Yep. I presume there's a frunk there. They call it a frunk now.
Technically,
Yeah.
It should be. And the wheel is nice.
Just now, I took this car and then I turned it to my workshop because it's just next door.
Right.
I was trolling the guy. I was like, "Hey, help me change engine oil." Sure. Then he was like, "Hey, there's nothing to change."
The engine oil. You know, the best thing is open the trunk. Where's the engine? Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah. So maybe it's time to trade your 5 Series for this, huh?
Yeah, it's one of the things I'm thinking. Apple, you don't want to.
You also have too many cars.
No, that's the wife.
Oh yeah, then there's a family one, right?
That is for crazy driving. Any way to park. And this is to go anything outside.
Yeah.
Driving crazy. So perhaps this one can change that one.
Yeah.
I hardly drive. The car is
Yeah, man.
only about 30 to 40.
Really? Okay.
More than 5 years.
Ah.
So if I get one of this, it's going to be like that as well.
Yeah.
It's very minimal. Very minimal.
Mm.
Alright, thanks for sharing.
See you.
Alright, thanks.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
So I'm not gonna do a thorough walk around of the exterior because we've done it when it launched, right? That's all it takes when you start the car. Okay, air starts blowing. My wheel well. These are the 2 screens. I think it has. What's that? You want to take a picture? Go ahead. Oh, there are 5 screens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
5 seats.
5 screens. Yeah. 2 screens there, middle, and then the back. The driver's seat.
There you go. Just to show off to my friend.
Yeah, like waiting for yours, I've got mine.
Waiting for yours, I got mine. That's a good one. And that's the whole system. Only man.
And and then the wing pops up.
It does?
Yep. There's a wing that pops up. What's that?
The wing.
Yeah, this thing will pop up at I think
When you drive it.
above a certain speed. Yep. Very usable size.
Okay, selfie.
All right, go ahead.
Just to get some candy before.
Aku sudah berjaya. Anda bila lagi?
Aku sudah duduk. Okay.
See you. Yep.
Aku sudah memandu.
Like I said, it's usable space, but it's not something that replaces the Panamera. Of course, Porsche wouldn't do something that replaces the Panamera, right? It's slightly for those who, you know, want a sporty drive, but they still need family, and the Panamera has gotten a little bit too big. Going in and out is alright. Alright for smaller people. For me, I have to just be conscious about it, and of course getting my size 11.5 feet out a little bit, but I wouldn't want it to grow any bigger. Alright, and this is a very good way of doing what some car makers wanted to achieve, right? My Aston Martin there, they also wanted to achieve that kind of full glass house kind of visual, and that's why the B pillar here is finished in glass. You can see this is glass over here, and they placed the rubber seals here, static, whereas the Aston, they put the rubber seals on the rear glass, so it becomes a moving part and it gets chipped. Alright, so unlike the likes of Panamera and all that, where all these claddings are covered in leather, this is plastic. Okay, it's a different proposition nevertheless. Okay, let's start to explore some of the little things that I didn't get to. These are where the mirror controls are. Oh dear, everything has to be done through the screen, I presume. Must it be? Okay, let me turn it on. Okay, it's on now. Oh, that's how I open the frunk. Right? There's a choice of DC, AC or AC. Maybe that's just for other markets. Oh, it cools down just like a normal ICE car. That's the Frunk, and given that there's no engine here, there's no need for soundproofing materials at all, right? So you can put your little backpacks and all that here. Here you can add your wiper water, and that's about it. Not much stuffs. Except for the brake fluids. Brilliant. It is a brilliant car. Now these are Michelin Pilot Sport 4s, 20-inch tire and 45 profile. Interesting. That's a very big profile for 20-inch tires. You can use these tires on Macans almost, right? So I love the lines of this car. It's just really, really beautiful. Lights coming from the back. Really nice. So, you know, I think Porsche did the right choice in Speccing the colors, this whole range of pastel color it really works, right? It brings you to this question: must cars always look aggressive or angry or cool or dark? No, they can look beautiful even when they perform. When they perform, they don't need to be angry like a V12 at the back there, going all growling and all that. You don't need to, right? And yeah, man, I am very much sold on these electric cars. Now the road tax is 1,876 ringgit, right? This is half year's worth of road tax, so per year would be, I don't know, close to 4,000. It's alright for someone who can afford a 600, 700,000 car. Paying 3-4,000 ringgit is alright, it's perfectly okay. And look at the way it looks. I love these haunches, right? These haunches gives you great visibility when you're in the driver's seat. You will know where the corners of your wheels are. Alright, so this is a hallmark of Porsches. Every single Porsche, the wheel arch would bulge higher than the bonnet, so that when you're at the driver's seat, you can tell where the corners of your wheels are. It helps with driving. Right, it's fantastic. Alright, now there's a plethora of options for this car. You can spec the interior to the cars, you know, to the sky and moon and all that. You can have panoramic glass roof, you can have carbon fiber inlays, you can have metal inlays, you can have leather wrapped steering wheels and all that. You can have different wheel designs. There is a plethora of options. Now, do you need the Taycan Turbo S? No, you don't, because the 4S is enough to demolish a lot of supercars out there. All right. Of course, some people when they're buying things that are below, how do I put this? Like when a millionaire buys a computer, right? He wouldn't need to carefully spec it, right? He doesn't need to. He can afford. He just take everything. So there are people who buys these cars and then just go in there. Just give me the most expensive one and take every option out there. I just want it full loaded. There are people who do that, right? For them, a second range or third range is not an option. They would do the specking when it's near the max of their affordability. When they're buying a yacht, for example, or buying a private jet, for example, right? But not a car. They just go there and just pick everything, pick the best, and that's it. All right. So, do I recommend buying this? Very, very much. Very, very much. It's not a spacious family car per se, but it's a fantastic 4-door sports electric car. Right? Drives well. You know, it makes you feel, it gives you the sensation that you want. When you buy another car, you want a different experience, right? That's why when I give my car buying advice, someone coming from an F10 and ask me about G30, I would like, are there any other considerations? I say, would you like to try something else? Because if it is so similar, what's the point, right? So this gives you the max out in terms of differential in sensation, totally. All right, and it has a properly well built interior. All right, by Porsche. Yes, a lot of plastics, but that's only because you haven't spec it up. All right, now if you're unhappy with the plastic door handles and the plastic inlays, you can spec it to metal, right? Porsche now has modularized everything. Almost everything can be specced. Okay, so they give you proper plastic, but you can spec it to metal if you want to, right? So let's not say they are being unfair here. Same goes with the steering wheel. You know, I complain about it, right? The plastic ones are a little bit squeaky, right? But you can spec them as well. Okay, let me remove my mask since nobody's around. Alright, so if I were you buying a Taycan, yes, you get everything there is. Do spec the steering wheel up. It's alright if you don't spec this, but it might come in a set. I'm not sure. This part, you know, spec it to leather or metal. It has a nicer touch than plastic because it is a part that we always touch and feel and use. Right. One thing I need everybody to take note is the aircon vents. Alright. It does look like it has something for your fingers to put in and hold them, but you're not to move them. Alright. Don't even attempt to push them like how we would with normal cars. They are static. And of course aircon vents are made of plastic. If you pull them too hard, you might break things, and that's not very good in a new car. Right. So be mindful of that. Right. Oh dear. How do I... Okay. What do I do? This panel controls the air conditioning only. No. Get music as well. Adjust that. Right. The tactile feeling of pressing on this screen is different than on this screen. This screen you can feel the whole thing. There's a haptic. Yeah, this one is just sound. So giving you a sound, an audio feedback. This one you get physical feedback. There's a haptic machine down there. Right, you can feel the clicks. Right. Is there like a menu? No. Ventilation. See? So the controls, this screen actually controls how air will be blown, but this thing doesn't move. So you need to come to this screen and for it to blow up or down, you know, it does that. And a lot of people felt annoyed with this, and I remember I told Porsche that you just add one button here, you completely legitimize why it was designed this way, which is an auto oscillator. If you add an auto oscillating function, is it multi-touch? Oh, it's multi-touch. Look at that. And imagine you do an auto oscillation and then the air circulation does this constantly in the car, doing that. That would be nice, isn't it? Right? Just like my Toyota Crown. And the response of this is a lot faster than the one in the Panamera. Alright, it's a lot faster now. Panamera, you need to wait a little bit before it moves. This one is just almost immediate, and I'm amazed that it's multi-touch. Can I do this? Oh. Oops. Go back. Okay. No way. Holy. Okay. Nobody has done this test before except me. Alright? Look at that. All four fingers is able to control that. That's pretty awesome. This one, the classic Porsche meter, used to have 5 dials, but they largely remain the shape. And then you have the Speedo G meter, but of course you can change all this. Right? Everything can be changed. Yeah. All wheel. Right? And then tire information. And, okay, this toggles, you see left right button, it toggles between the screen. So you touch to toggle what you want to change, right? Spot chrono, and you get a lap meter. And as you scroll this, you get different stuffs. And then you can come back to the center screen, power meter, map, or extended map. You see, if it is a map, oh my god, amazing. Alright, let's go back, power meter, there we go. Alright, so this makes sense. Every single one of them has their own specific functions where you toggle to. Unlike Mercedes-Benz, where you can change all three to fuel consumption, which doesn't make sense. This is touch sensitive. It's curious that they put the sport suspension button over here, and the light controls. My God, damn! It's touch sensitive now. You don't get the dial to control the lights anymore. So this is the future, right? Everything where you interact with has been changed to a screen, and I am of the opinion that they look forward to the future and just didn't bother much with the past. Alright, and here's the cruise control stuff. And then of course you don't get a pedal shifter because you don't get a traditional gearbox either. It's just drive. It's just the accelerator and the brake pedal. Alright, let's go out for a drive. It's a totally usable car as a family car, and it's not a super luxurious big car where you slouch in one. How do I turn on the lights? Curiously, like the lights get a very rather old school. What's that sound? Okay, that's an old school car being started up. All right, let's go drive. Cheers.